Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today. Morning traders, how are you on this lovely day? It is Tuesday, the 26th of July. The good news is we've completed Monday. Monday is no more. And we had a profitable day, guys. So I hope you followed a couple of the trades. As always, guys, we're going to look back at yesterday's trades. We're going to look at today's potential trades. And we're going to look at today's important news. So let's look back at Monday. Guys, let's look at yesterday and see what the hell happened. So let's start with this one. So we had three potential trades from yesterday, guys. The first one was this was the euro against Japanese yen. Okay, and we were looking to short this pair. So price was in an uptrend many moons ago. Yeah, higher highs, higher lows, didn't create a higher high, higher low, didn't create a higher high. Yeah, this high was never broken, and then it came down, and this low was broken, guys. I'm going to make this low and put it across the page because it becomes relevant later. And then price came all the way down here, tested these lows, okay, and then come back up to this area that was once support is now resistance. This is super common in the markets. Okay, and then we had a reaction, as you can see, with these two candles have been reacting off of that zone. And also we had this very bearish candle. Okay, so the idea was just to come from one of these grey zones and take it back down to this level of 138.50. All right, guys, so that didn't quite happen, guys, but let's look on the H1 to see if we could get in if we had a potential trade. If I sound a little bit bunged up this morning, guys, I apologize because I am bunged up. So for me, guys, with this pair, yeah, we had our two grey zones, but for me, we just couldn't get in on this pair, okay? So as you can see, let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so price did come up to our first grey zone. This grey zone didn't come into play, but this grey zone did. And then we had this candle. But this doesn't tell me sellers are in control because of this wick. Look at the size of the wick. This tells me if anything, price will push back up. Okay, and then after this candle, guys, you know, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. None of these told me sellers are taking complete control of this market. All right, guys. So for me, I didn't have a trade on this pair, the euro yen short. Maybe you did. If you did, let me know. Let me know how you traded it in the comments below. But for me, no trade. Next trade from yesterday was this. This was the US dollar against the Swiss franc. Okay, and we were looking to short this pair for the following reasons. So we had these are the two important zones in this for this pair, guys. All right. Okay, and price has just been ranging between these zones. Okay, but yeah, once price got to this level, I was willing to take it down lower. Okay, and we've had a few bearish candles to confirm that as well. Okay, including the one we traded off. Okay, so why was I willing to take price short halfway up a ranging market? Well, I shall tell you. It's because of this. If we look at the weekly chart, guys, yeah, because of this large wick on this candle, yeah, and this last high, this area here become an area of resistance, and we had this weekly candle bounce off of that area of resistance. So I was happy to take price lower. Okay, and on the day chart, as you could see, that's exactly what's happened. It has gone lower from that area, yeah, from this area here. Okay, and then we had this bearish candle form. So for me, the idea was just to take price from one of these grey zones down to these last lows here. Okay, so we're looking to short this pair, guys. Again, let's look on H1 to see if we had a trade. Okay, and for me, we definitely did. We definitely had an entry, guys. Okay, so we had the two grey zones. This candle here, this had happened at 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, this candle here. So for me, it's not a tradable candle. Like I always say, guys, I wait until European or UK open, so there's volume in the market, and it can push the trades through. It can give the trade follow through. And as you can see, this did. Okay, so for me, that's not a candle to enter. But eventually we get this beautiful candle. Yeah, and this is a large bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, and the candlestick is bigger than this candle, this one, 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 this one. Yeah, it's bigger than most of the candles before it. Okay, so I entered on this candle. Okay, I entered on the close of this candle here. Okay, and I put my stop about 5 pips above this high. Okay, so all I was looking to do, guys, was take price back down to these last lows, and that would have given me a risk to reward of roughly 1:1, close 80% and then leave 20% to run. So as you can see, guys, price hasn't quite come down and hit my target yet. Okay, but I'm still in this trade for 100% and still expect this pair to come down. Okay, it might come back up, test some of these H1 highs, okay, but I still expect it to come back down to at least this last low here, guys. Okay, so yeah, still in this trade for 100%. How did you trade it? Let me know, leave a comment. Next trade idea was this. This was the Swiss franc against Japanese yen, okay, and we were looking to short this pair. Let me tell you why. So we was once in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. But then when price come down, it broke these lows. Okay. And then after that, guys, I was just looking for the right candle to tell me price is coming down. Okay. And it's come back up, and we had these couple of candles. Okay. We had two bearish candles in a row, and the idea was just to come off this grey zone back down to this blue line here. Okay, quite a conservative target. You could aim for these lows as well. Okay, so that was the idea, to short it. Let me zoom in so you can see those candles a bit better. Okay, yes, we're trading off of these two candles. Okay, let's look at H1 to see if we actually had an entry on this pair, guys. And we did. We had a cheeky little trade. Well, I had a cheeky little trade. All right, so again, this candle here, this happened at 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not up. I'm not aware this candle was formed. So for me, yeah, no trade here. Okay, but when we wake up, yeah, we are then looking for a candle in this grey zone, a bearish candlestick pattern. For me, this isn't one. You could argue maybe this is one. Yeah, this one. But for me, it wasn't strong enough. This one, definitely not, definitely not, definitely not. It's just lots of indecision here. Definitely not. So there's just indecision, indecision, indecision. And then we get this candle form. And I entered on this candle. This tells me sellers have taken control. We've had a lot of indecision, and then bang, sellers are in control. So my target was this last H1 low here. Okay, so I had to wait for a slight retrace. I got a retrace about halfway up the candle. Okay, so I entered here. I put my stop above here. Okay, and then I got out, yeah, like I say, at this last one, this last H1 low here. So I got a risk to reward, guys, of roughly 1:1, closed 80%, and I'm still in this trade, guys. And again, I still fully expect this trade to come down. Okay, it might come back up and test these H1 highs here. But yeah, I do expect this trade to come down. All right, guys, so yeah, cheeky little trade there, and I'm still in it for 20%. Again, let me know how you traded it. Leave a comment below. We love to hear from you. All right, guys, so those are the 3 trade ideas from yesterday. Let's take a look at today's potential trades now. Guys, we had another profitable day yesterday, so I hope you followed some of the trade ideas, and I hope you enjoyed the recap, guys, where we go through all of the trades. If you did, then please subscribe to the channel and smash that notification button, guys. Yeah, come join us. Also, smash the like button, guys. Really help support the channel. Thank you very much. Right. 3 trade ideas we have for Tuesday, the 26th of July. The first one is this. This is the euro against the pound, all right? And we're looking to short this pair. Remember, the daily chart is your why am I longing, why am I shorting? Okay, so we're going to look at why are we shorting this market. So we was in an uptrend, okay? As you can see, higher highs, higher lows. And it was bouncing off of this diagonal support, this diagonal channel, okay? Okay. And then eventually it broke out of this channel, okay? As you can see, this channel here, excuse my drawing, I haven't been drinking. All right, and then price eventually come back up. And then we've been looking for some candles to potentially short from, okay? So for me, it all started with this candle. And then for the last 3 days, yeah, we've had this large wick, okay, and then 2 bearish candles. Let me zoom in a bit, guys. You can see that a bit clearer, okay? So yeah, we had this large wick followed by 2 bearish candles, guys. And the thing that really made me want to get into it today is because the low of this daily candle is broken out of this slight sideways market it found itself. Okay, so the idea is just to take price from this grey zone back down to these last lows here, okay, and this psychological level of 8,450. All right, guys, so that's the why we're shorting it. Let's look at the H1 now to see what criteria has to be met for us to take this lower, to short this market. Okay, so we've just got the 1 grey zone, guys. To be honest with you, Elvis could have left the building already. Yeah, it started to come off of that grey zone and push down. Okay, but what we want to see, we still need a bit of a retrace. We need a retrace to give us value for money. Okay, so what we want to see, guys, is price retrace into this grey zone. Okay, it could be this last H1 or some of these lows here. Okay. This low here, all right, but what we want to see is a retrace into this grey zone. We want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. That's always our trigger to enter. We get into the trade. We can take price back down to this last H1 low. All right, we can close 80% of the trade, and then we can leave 20% to run down to our higher time frame target. All right, but like I say, guys, this has already broken this last H1 low with these last 2 candles, so maybe it's off to the races already, but we shall see. Okay, so euro pound short. Next trade is this is the euro yen, and we're looking to short this pair. So we've been trying to short this from yesterday, since yesterday, guys. All right, so let me explain why we are shorting it. So price was in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, didn't create a higher high, higher low, didn't create a higher high. Remember, guys, if this starts to happen, we are thinking, haha, market could be breaking down. Sure enough, it breaks down. Okay, and then we've got these lows here that were broken. And if I just carry these lows on, because they become important later on. Okay, so these lows were broken, and then price come back up, and then retested these. Yeah, retested this area here. Okay, what was once support, okay, is now, yeah, what was once support is now an area which we could short from. Okay, and then we had this large daily candle, and the idea was just to take price from one of our grey zones down to this blue line, and not much has changed, guys. That's still the same trade. Okay, so that's the why we're trying to short this pair. Let's look at H1 for our criteria, our execution. And I have adjusted my grey zones, guys, because on the H1 price structure changes throughout the day. I've changed my grey zones accordingly. So one of two things could happen. Price could retrace up into this grey zone, which I do expect to happen, and retest these last highs here, which corresponds with these lows over here. All right, and then we see a bearish candlestick pattern form. We enter the trade, okay? We close 80% of these last H1 lows, and then leave 20% to run down to our higher time frame target. All right, guys, so that's the first idea. If that doesn't happen, if it doesn't retrace up to that grey zone, then price could do this. It could come down, it could break this grey zone, yeah, these last H1 lows. Then it comes back up, retests it, yeah, retests it here. We get a bearish candlestick pattern form, and then we can take price lower, guys. Okay, maybe close 80% of these last H1 lows here. Okay, guys, so yeah, a couple of ideas here, but we're looking to short the euro yen. The third and final trade idea is this. Deja vu, I hear you say. You are correct. We're still looking to short the US dollar Swiss franc as well. I know we had a green candle yesterday, but I still think this trade is on. So why are we shorting this? Well, price was in a ranging market. Yeah, these two zones are the important zones. Okay, and price was ranging. Okay, but guys, if we go to the weekly chart, I was happy to start shorting from here. Okay, and let me show you why on the weekly chart. So guys, oh, zoomed in too much. So guys, this area here became an area of resistance. Okay, because of this large wick, this last high, yeah, this area became an area of resistance, and we had this candle here. All right, that just told me we could start shorting from here. Okay, and this corresponds with the day chart. Okay, so that area here is the area where I was happy to start shorting from. Okay, and also we've had a few bearish candles, but the bearish candle we're interested in, the most recent one, was this. And this green candle next day is just an inside candle. So I still expect price to, you know, react at one of our grey zones and come back down to this level here, this blue level, which corresponds with these last lows. All right, guys, so yes, we're looking to short this pair. Let's look at H1 for our execution, our criteria. So I'm still in this trade, guys, from yesterday. But what we want to see, again, two possibilities. What I expect will happen is price will come back up to this grey zone and test these last H1 highs. Okay, so make sure you leave a bit of wiggle room with your stop. Okay, and then if that does happen, we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. We can then enter the trade, take price back down to these last H1 lows, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run down to our higher time frame target. Okay, guys, so that's the first idea. If that doesn't happen, guys, then this could happen. So we've got our last H1 lows here. Okay, so price could break this grey zone, come back up, retest it. We want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form, and then we can take price lower from there. Okay, perhaps back down to these last H1 lows here, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run. All right, guys, so US dollar Swiss franc short. They're the free trade ideas for today, guys. Please let me know how you get on throughout the day. We would love to hear from you. Right, guys, that's the trade ideas over. Let's take a look at the news now. Guys, if you're enjoying this daily morning analysis, I hope you are, then please subscribe to the channel. Come join us, smash the notification button, and you'll receive an alert every single day, Monday to Friday. Right, news for Tuesday, the 26th of July. So, nothing overnight, guys. And if we scroll down, the only interesting news for today is this. We've got at 3 o'clock London GMT, we've got two pieces of data coming out of the US. We've got consumer confidence and we have new home sales. Okay, guys, and they're the only 2 3-star ratings today. And this could obviously move any US dollar pair. Okay, but that's it for today, guys. Very light news day. You are free to trade. All right, guys. Yeah, so that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the vid. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share. Much appreciated. I hope you have a wonderful trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys.